All right, boys. Episode 122 of the 580 show. We're back. Myself, Dante Frawley, and the mother freaking Papa Don is in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How are y'all?
Good, man. Thanks for joining us. We're excited. We're really excited to have you. Donald Treglia, right? Is how you say
Yeah,
your last name.
correct.
Treglia.
Yeah, yep.
So yeah, we're like these guys. I'm not on TikTok, but like I'm on Instagram and stuff, and
Mm.
everyone in our gym, like our group of strongmen, had pushing your videos on me forever, and I was like, never really even like clicked on him, like someone, and then like one day I'm like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna click his video, and I just went down a rabbit hole, and I watched every video of you dancing probably 500 times. It's
The
literally my
one,
favorite thing on earth.
the one where you do the yoke, and then like you end with the driving at the end. I have to have watched that video at least 1,500 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, that's good
Personally,
stuff.
Wait,
personally,
driving one. I'm trying to
I
think of that one.
uh, I don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
That's funny. He
We'll
knows
have
them better
Dante,
than you do,
we'll
right,
have
Dylan?
Dante,
Yeah, I
we'll have Dante tie it in,
like,
but
dude.
I can't. I can't remember, but oh my! You come off the yoke and you do the dance immediately. I just laugh every time. It's so
Yeah,
great.
like we have to account for 1 million views in the last like month at our gym alone because we're just like showing everyone we're playing like a 100 Mile song over our speaker and stuff. But
Oh man.
but no, so like to formally introduce you, Don Treglia, whatever you Don Treglia,
Yeah.
uh, Papa Don on social media,
Oh yeah.
and but you're a strongman competitor and
Yeah.
a really good one too. So
Mm.
um we're at nationals this year. We'll get into everything. Gonna have some
Mm.
world strength games, deadlifting going on. But so where are you from? And just give us a little rundown on kind of what you do, and we'll get into the weeds.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm from a little small town in Bossier City, Louisiana, or Shreveport, murder capital of the world. But I grew up there. My dad's in the military, so the like second largest military base was there. He got stationed there. We were just there for most of my life. Moved here after college. I went to college at Louisiana Tech. I did powerlifting there. Um, so yeah, I have a lot of experience in powerlifting. I just recently switched over to strongman because I don't know, just it's more fun to me. I'm having a good time. Not progressing like I want to in the sport, but I'll get there. I'm not like I don't really quit, so it's not really a thing in me. What else? Yeah, then I got into TikTok. A friend of mine at the gym was like, "Hey, you got like a great personality. How about you get on TikTok?" And I just deleted it, and I was like, "All right, fine, fuck it." And then can I cuss?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, fine, fuck it. I got on, and the first thing that popped was my deadlift video. I was like, okay, okay, with like the goofy music in the background. And then I did one of the dance trends, and it just took off from there. I was like, okay, let's just do like a strongman event into the dancing, and that's just all I'm gonna
Yeah.
do now.
yeah. It's
So
like,
now,
yeah, it's
yeah.
super addictive. I think that's interesting because everyone on this pod now, like all four of us, I think all started in powerlifting
Mm.
and
Mhm.
now do strongman. It's like nice change of pace, stuff like that. How old are you?
27, getting
Oh,
old.
okay, cool. What'd you go to school for?
Kinesiology, health, and promotion.
Oh,
Cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you do some streaming as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got into that. So yeah, once I got a following, because like this is all I do. Like I'm not, I don't go out. I just lift, eat,
Right.
work, play video games. So I was like, hey, since I have this following, let's go ahead and try and do something with it and just
Sure.
stream what I usually do.
Yeah.
So really, nothing's private in my life, but that's fine. I really don't care. I'm an open book, anyways. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
cool.
cool.
yeah.
Um, so in strongman, so how long ago you say you just got into strongman? When did you get into it?
Um, 20. My first official like show was 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Recent.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And so you went to nationals this year, Strongman Corp Nationals, right?
Mhm.
And what was that your first like in your would you classify that as like your first like big show? Or did you
Uh,
do any other?
yeah, outside of powerlifting, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So when you power lifted to have a federation, you were kind of like I don't know down here in Dallas if like is it more USAPL, USPA?
So I did most of it, like I said, in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Once I moved here, I trained powerlifting. There was like a few, like 2 years I was here. I was like, I guess transitioning. I was just training, not knowing what I was going to do, and then I eventually just said fuck it and went to strongman.
Sure.
But yeah, it was USAPL, IPF. That was the federations I competed in.
Cool.
There was like a few NASA like weird one offs that I was just like, yeah, let's go show off or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. So we actually, it was funny. I don't know, Dante, if you were at this dinner or Frawley was or who was there, but after nationals, we ate at like a little like rinky-dink place by the convention center, and everyone at our table was like, I think that's Papa Don over there. And it was like your grandmother, I believe. And we were eating, and like that was when I first was like, okay, who the hell is this guy? Everyone was like, no one said hi to you. I would have said hi to you, like,
no, yeah.
Everyone, even at that point, was like obsessed with your TikTok stuff. So
yeah, well, then I didn't have TikTok then. People know me from Instagram then.
Just Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't have TikTok, so I watch it. I watch it on Instagram.
Yeah, we all. I'm the one with TikTok, so I watch it. TikTok.
I watch your videos like 2 weeks later, like an adult. Whenever TikTok makes its way to Instagram, you know what I mean? I'm the old guy where like, okay, I finally saw that TikTok that came out, and it's 3 weeks later. That's me.
Yeah, you're a Reels guy.
Yeah, for sure. So,
I'm getting there on the Reels.
So you said that you alluded to you did a big powerlifting show. What powerlifting show was it that you did? There was a bigger show. Just curious.
So I ended my powerlifting career right after my junior division career, I guess. So like junior division, it's till you're age 25, I think. Yeah, 25.
23?
23. I'm wrong. 23. Okay. Yeah. So I got invited to IPF Nationals in South Africa.
That's sick.
And then I didn't compete in that. I'll get into that actually. So
sure.
I was stuck at home with my parents. My dad was very worried or stereotypical with South Africa, like all the diseases and shit. So he put me in a position where I had to say no. I won't go into much details on that, but yeah, I was invited. I wanted to go, just didn't work out. But then I got invited to. I didn't know there was a bench team, but I got into bench worlds in Japan. I went to that one. That one was really fun. Because I don't know. Cool. Yeah. Being a large person in Japan, you don't even have to like be famous. You will be famous when you step in that country.
That's cool.
Yeah. That was a great time. Yeah. I got third. Yeah. I got bronze to Russian got second and the Japanese guy got first.
Cool.
Yeah. So as you've transitioned into strongman, what's your, I guess, short-term goals? You're competing at World Strength Games, American Deadlift Championship in September.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to pull there?
I'm aiming for 1100. Wow. Or just go neck to neck with Jamal Browner, because that man's a monster.
Absolutely.
But right now I'm prepping to qualify for Shaw Classic. And then as soon as that's done, May 1st, we're going to start getting into the deadlift suit and see what we can get.
Have you ever used a deadlift suit before?
When I was much smaller, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to go get a suit here in Dallas. There's a place in Dallas. They had the max size, and I was like, fuck it, let's try it. Because my measurements were like right at 60. I was like, yeah, let's just do it.
Sure. So what did you think when you got that invite to the World Strength Games? Were you excited? Were you kind of like, what is this? Like, we've had Ralph on the show, and like he's not as well known. So I'm just kind of curious, like what went through your head whenever you get the invite. Obviously, we know you're a big deadlifter, but probably a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Yeah, because I saw. Well, at first I was like, "Is this real?" Because I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like, I haven't done anything yet in the strongman world, and I looked into it. I was like, "Oh wow, this is legit." They have like Jamal Browner, my buddy Andrew from Georgia. He's a big deadlifter. I was like, yeah. But yeah, and then so my plan with that is I'm just gonna do deadlift only. But if I don't qualify for Shaw Classic, then I'll do the whole show. That's my plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
When is the Shaw Classic this year?
It's August.
August.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's online qualifier this year for.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
Nice.
deadline's May 1st. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm leading up to that right now.
Nice. Um, and so you train down here in Dallas, and you train where at Metroflex Plano?
Yeah. Metroflex Plano. Yep.
And is
Uh,
that gym just like incredible? So I was just at Metroflex Castle. We talked a little bit before the pod, and
mm.
I was telling these guys before you hopped on just how insanely big that gym is.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
just square footage wise, like I wouldn't even be able to like. I don't know how it's like. I don't know how I would even like put a value to it because it's so big. Is
Yeah.
that kind of how your gym is? And
Uh, it's like 1/3 of that.
oh
But
really?
yeah, I've been to the castle once, and if I live closer, I would definitely train there.
It's dude,
Yeah.
like they have 30 something power racks. Like,
Hmm.
and I told them that every time I would like walk into a new room, it would be literally another gym.
Yeah, yeah. So they have like a room for like wrestling, boxing. I think there's like LARPing in one room.
Yeah, dude.
They
They have
have
a
they have it all, man.
they literally had a dance like floor that was like caged off for dancers.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
a dance team that came in there.
yep.
But yeah, that so I just like I guess I would like to know like how's your strongman community at your gym? Do you have like are there a lot of strongman competitors? Because it's always weird, like
Yeah,
strongman we can be the outcast sometimes to
yeah,
powerlifting. I notice in Texas down here there's a lot of powerlifting gyms. Like
yeah.
strict to like with the calibrated plates and just like the power or the competition stands.
Hmm.
So like how's your community at your gym with strongman and like what is it in Texas as a whole?
I think in Texas in a whole is great. Dallas wise, it's just all spread out. So like my gym, there's a handful of us. Not many. I would like to have like another. Well, don't take any offense to this, Dexter, but another super that's like around my size. So
Yeah.
Dexter's a guy at my gym that he's another super. But yeah, other than that, it's great. Wish there was more. Like the Metroflex Plano slowly merging into like a bodybuilding gym, but he's still keeping the strongman side. So there's more bodybuilders in there than anything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I will say Texas as a whole. I mean, it's crazy. It's kind of hard to like contextualize Texas because it's so big, right? Like
yeah.
West Texas, oil field, East Texas, like this whole like Dallas, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's a Texas Strongman Facebook group. I don't know if you're on Facebook, but like super, super active. Like is almost as active as like starting Strongman.
Oh
And
wow.
it's just like I used it when I travel down here, if I travel for work or something, and people are so helpful on there. So it's you just forget how big it is here. Like I
Mm.
know Derek Owens is actually hosting a show that's tomorrow. It'll be yesterday when this show comes out. Texas
Yeah.
Live. I'm actually going to try to stop by if I can tomorrow before the wedding. But yeah, like I looked to train with Derek at Battle Axe, and I go on my GPS, and it's an hour and 33 minutes from where I am. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not in Western PA anymore.
Yeah, right.
That's like
But,
more northeast of Dallas where his gym's at. Yeah, yeah.
and would you say down here is like, is it more Strongman Corporation in Dallas? Is it more USS? Is it a mix of both? What's like the competition scene kind of like? I mean,
Yeah.
USS Nationals is here in 2 weeks or in two
Mhm.
months.
Yeah.
So
I'll say a little bit of both. Because I did a USS show, I think last year where I pulled 900. I just did that because there was a big name on the state records. They're weird and strong, man. Because in the USAPL, it's more like people follow the state records with that federation more than the other federation. I don't know. It's weird.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
hard to
yeah.
Yep.
explain,
I
but
see what
Yep.
you're saying.
yeah. And I saw Trey Mitchell on there, and I was like, oh, I have to go now. I have to go just to say I broke his state record. So yeah, I just went and did all the deadlift events, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say strongman core is probably more dominant here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, ours is like it seems like Western PA is more strongman corp, and then Eastern is like where more USS shows are. But I mean it's kind of balanced, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get into like Eastern Ohio. right? And Eastern Ohio, I would say, is more USS.
Yeah.
I mean, Strongman Corp just went to Akron, right? But
yeah, right.
I would say primarily USS and Eastern Ohio.
It's weird.
So it's just funny how the different dynamics work out.
It's funny because we were talking about records last week on the pod, and
yeah,
like state records in strongman are so crazy, and I almost just like, kind of wish they would just like go away.
Yeah,
strongman's so hard to like an 18-inch, but the 18-inch wheels were silver dollar and stones, and this stone record was a 52. This one's a 50. There's so many records. It's not like powerlifting where it's like squat, bench, deadlift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
that silver dollar is interesting. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks just way too easy.
It's silly, honestly. Like we had someone bring a silver dollar deadlift, and I comfortably got over 1,000, but I moved the bar that much. So it's like it just feels kind of stupid. It feels like it's like like it's just cheating.
Yeah.
But
I thought that moving from powerlifting, because I'm used to stiff bars, and then as soon as I went to strongman, I was like, oh, that y'all use these? Okay.
it probably helped you a ton.
Oh yeah.
Pulling on a stiff bar, and then it's like, fuck it. Act like a deadlift bar with straps. Like you're getting in like it's like, man, that's probably helps you with your deadlifting a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting away from strongman a little bit, I think your streaming stuff is interesting. Like, do you want to like talk about that a little bit? Like,
yeah,
for people that are going to be like, okay, I didn't know who Papa Don was yet, like before the pod, like, and they, I see you go live sometimes, like promote your like streaming and just kind of talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm on Twitch, aka Papa Don. I actually just started a Kick. That's like an off-brand Twitch, but they're offering more I guess revenue for streamers there. They pay the streamers more, so I'm leaning into that a little more. So I just try to attract as much viewers by just having me dance, sing, chug milk. I got Fairlife like right here on the side of my desk. Like I on average drink like 2 liters a day. So
what if you get like a subscriber? Do you like that? You have to do something? Is it one of those things?
Yeah. So actually, a few weeks ago, I had someone abuse that, so I had to change the rules. So I did so you can donate. There was like 5 subs, and I'll chug a full 12-ounce milk. That one was good, but the donation one was $10, and I'll chug a full milk. Some person, I forgot who it was, donated like $100, and I was like, oh wow. So I ran to my bathroom on stream and puked, so that was nice. But yeah, man, it's just everything I like to do. I mean, I enjoy doing karaoke sessions, like just have a good time. I'm just playing video games on the side, entertaining the people.
What are your favorite type of games? Like what do you like to play while you're on stream, or like just in your personal time?
Yeah. So right now it's a mixture of League of Legends and World of Warcraft. Old school, nice. Bringing it old school. Yeah.
Shout out Kurt.
Yeah.
Does he play?
Yeah, our one buddy does. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I'm just waiting for me and my friend group, we're just waiting for Diablo 4. That's a new game coming out in June. Yeah.
I used to play Diablo 3 all the time.
Oh man, that game was so good too.
Yeah, our one buddy's talking about Diablo 4 now. Might have to buy it.
Absolutely, man.
That's funny.
A little bit of Hogwarts here and there, but
there you go.
I kind of dived away from Hogwarts. But yeah.
So how did you so I think the one thing about your like TikToks and Instagrams are like the catchy song. Mm-hmm. Like we did like the fake, like you saw the TikTok we did.
What do you work on that, by the way?
Well, that was like 9 takes, and dude, it was kind of nerve-wracking because like we had a shit ton of people. Like you obviously can't see them in the camera, but like you'd around us.
Oh, I've been used to that now. Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Everyone's just looking at you. Someone's trying to get a press PR out of the rack right in front of us, and we're just grabbing our chest.
And we had it blasting, and I think one of the things like your dancing is really well like choreographed, like you have really good rhythm with like the beat, and it's like it's a newfound respect for me because I'm trying to do it. Like
I
you
was
want some,
literally saying, like, when we're trying to record, I'm like, why can 14-year-old girls do this when we can't?
it's
Like,
like,
why? Why are we having so much of a problem with this?
dude, you have
Uh,
zero rhythm.
yeah.
And but the songs
Oh
you choose,
man.
like it seems like you got your like three main songs. Like the
Yeah.
100 miles one is the main catchy one, but like
Mm.
your songs are really catchy and they're always in my head, like
Yeah.
nonstop. How did you like? So how did this become like your slant? Like I know you talked about your buddy, but like how did you think of like the song? What the, did it kind of just like it
Yeah. Well,
like your
let's see. I guess I credit me growing up in Louisiana. It was a huge dance culture, like where I was from, and it's just like it just felt good. But I'll be on TikTok and I'll just scroll through and I'll find a dance and I'll be like, I can maybe do that one. So let's
yeah
try it. Then there's like a more extreme version. I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. But like that's basically how it goes. And
That's great.
sometimes I'll be meal prepping and I'll just practice it in the kitchen before I bring it out, whip it out in the gym.
yeah dude.
So I'm just meal prepping and just practicing that one. I mean, I just found a new one actually today, so might be debuting that soon.
So what do the people at your gym like? Like you're the big super heavyweight guy, right? Like you're the big strong guy at the gym. I can't imagine there's many more than you. Like, what do the people at the gym do when you're doing your dances, man?
I get a
Like that's what.
mixed. I get a mixed reaction. I get
Yeah.
laughing, or what the fuck, or some of them don't like it. I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
well, I'm just having a good time, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I had one instance, but that's in the past. He was just like, hey, that's not like I don't think the gym owner would think that's okay. I'm like, oh, dude, chill out. I'm just
Oh,
having a
no
good
kidding.
time. Yeah,
yeah
it's just some people take it too seriously. Like I don't know. I'm all about having fun.
Yeah.
right.
Like
I
just
think
have fun with the process.
yeah, I think some people have gotten we talked about it in the pod, like got to a point where they're so puckered in strength training, whatever their like main focus is, powerlifting, strongman, CrossFit, bodybuilding, any of that stuff. And like they forget to have fun. And it
Yeah.
is like silly because we're all just literally going and doing manual labor for 3 to 5 times a week. And it's like we all fell in love with it for a different reason. And it's
Mhm.
like just loosen up, dude. This
Yeah.
guy's
Yeah.
having fun and dancing with his fanny pack and stuff. But yeah, I will definitely say like the whole point there was like newfound respect for you with the choreographing like the rhythm to the music because we were a mess. I mean, probably at least 10 takes
I
and
still have the outtakes on my phone, dude. And they're pretty funny to watch.
really, yeah,
Oh man,
There's one,
yeah.
two.
funny.
Yeah, there's about 10.
But but yeah, I mean, we really appreciate you coming on. I don't know, Frawley, Dante, if you guys have anything else, I thought that
Are
was
we gonna Are we gonna see you at Strongman Corp Nationals again this year?
I'm
Are
aiming towards it. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
okay.
it's in Erie again. That is a tough trip.
Yeah,
yeah,
Still trying to pay that.
yeah.
I
But
can
yeah,
imagine.
yeah. I would like to go. Yeah, I think I remember seeing. I think Dante there.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, yeah,
he's the
yeah.
guy that had the chain break on the sled drag.
Yeah.
Yes, I do
That's
remember now.
Dante.
That's
Yeah,
Dante. Yep.
Yep.
That's a
yep,
good way to put it.
yep.
Only one out of fucking 400 competitors. Good
I
Right.
job.
don't know. Leave it to
Crazy.
me.
But yeah, it's like for us, Erie it couldn't be much close. I mean, where it's less than 2 hours away.
Right.
Mm.
I'm not a huge fan of it being back in Erie because
It's already
like
been there.
it's been there. I think it's cool. Like
Yeah.
nationals changes every year.
Hmm.
I don't know I don't know that backside of the running
Right.
everything in strongman, but like I just think about it like a West Coast, the Southern, like someone in the South like you.
Hmm.
It's hard to justify another trip to Erie because there's no major airport. Like when you went, where did you fly into?
I went to O'Hara. Yeah, and then went
You went
to
Chicago,
and then to Erie. Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago into like a small Erie one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like
There was no
where
one-way flight from Dallas to Erie.
No, I can't imagine there would be.
I think
And then the flight from O'Hara to Erie was so small. Like I couldn't put the seatbelt on. I couldn't
Yeah.
sit
Oh,
in the
wow.
seat. I was on top of this, like the arms. It was the smallest plane in the world. Like, oh man.
yeah, it's just not a it's not a super practical place for anyone except like us and our few friends that do strongman.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great little scenery. It was on the
The
river or
venue's
whatever.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do say, I will say, I've said it before, it was in Roanoke the year before 2021,
Mhm.
and I liked Erie's venue for the competitors a lot more, like a lot more.
Mhm.
And but yeah, did you see the events came out?
Yeah, and I actually like them better than last year's.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
like them
tempted me
too.
more. Yeah.
I like them a lot. I'm gonna actually rattle them off real quick while we're
Okay.
on the pod, because
Yeah, we didn't talk about it yet, have we?
We
no,
haven't.
we haven't got the chance yet. And you know what's funny is it feels like Strongman Corp is kind of always like notorious for uh like the events being late, right?
Mm,
Like
Mhm.
they're very polar opposite. USS is like over a year out in advance for the events, literally a year out. And then Strongman Corp's always like 10 to 12 weeks. It's or like 12 to 14 weeks. But we're getting them like super early this year. I don't know what that was what the change was, but I'm definitely not complaining about it.
Mhm.
right.
Um but yeah, I thought it was on their Instagram. I don't see it on there.
I
It's
know
like
what they
they
are.
have
Do you want me to
their
rattle them
own.
off?
They have a different Instagram. Like they made an
Oh,
Instagram
that's
just for
why.
nationals.
What's it called?
Like
Nationals,
Strongman Corp Nationals or something.
Strongman Nationals.
Strongman Nationals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, me and my gym crew were talking about it yesterday because I think that's
Yeah.
when it came out. And I
Yep.
was like, trap bar deadlift? I'm gonna murder that.
You're gonna pull like 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, like I've done
I'm
on a frame, I've done 1,200. I mean, it's not the
Right.
same, but like I don't know. That's
I'm
gonna be
I'm
really
really interested to
interesting.
see what. So they're gonna have to. Well, okay, they probably will use calibrated plates because I know Rogue always sends the truck because they always sponsor Strongman
Yep.
Corp Nationals. So they'll send a big thing of like Rogue calibrated plates, but they're gonna. I'm sure then I guess they'll use a Rogue trap bar, which has a little bit of a longer sleeve. But
Oh, it does.
yeah, it has a longer
Okay.
sleeve on it.
Was
We
that the
used to
one
have
you
one.
had, Josh?
Yeah,
Before it broke?
very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
But Rogue has two different trap bars. So they have one that's a lot more advantageous to pull on with like that higher handle. And then they have one that people say is pretty hard to pull on. So I'm curious what one.
Well,
But
they used them in America's Strongest Man this year.
oh,
So I'm
did
assuming
they?
it'll be the same ones.
Mm-hmm.
They
Cool.
just recycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how heavy. So, like you said, I'll go through the events, but the first event, max trap bar deadlift. Like, I'm curious how heavy of a trap bar we'll see. We
Right.
have guys like you say you pull 900, like a
On a
trap
straight
bar.
bar.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
bar. Yeah.
Like a trap bar, I mean, you're gonna have deadlifts definitely in the thousands. I mean,
Oh, multiple.
easily,
Yeah. Yeah.
easily.
Did you see Haynes' comment on it? He asked if it
Uh-uh.
was going to be heavy, and they said that they don't want to start super heavy because they don't want a lot of zeros. So who
I'll be
knows?
waiting forever. That's
Yep.
crazy, man.
And then they said I know I'm jumping ship, but they said the
Yeah.
wheelbarrow is going to be different than what they've used in the past.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
for us because we have the old wheelbarrow.
What's the next event?
So we'll start from the top. Day one, sandbag toss, max height. I think that's a
Okay.
really cool event.
Yeah.
Cool event.
Like raising, I'm guessing a foot at a time. They're
I
gonna
assume.
go up, like start at 12 foot for women or something and just go up.
It says max weight, not height.
Oh, max weight.
Yeah.
Max weight.
Oh.
So it'll be like
Oh.
I actually like that better because it'll be a lot better for logistics. You
Mhm.
don't have to continue to raise it.
Do they have the height already or no?
They do not have any of the real like details in the weeds yet. I'm
Okay.
assuming if you look at 2021 nationals, we had a sandbag toss. I'm sure it's going to be the same weights for the same height for whatever
I think
class
heavy.
toss was.
I did heavyweight, and I think it was 15.5 feet. I think.
Yeah, 15 or 16 for super
Yeah.
heavies.
Okay.
So yeah, log press for reps, and something I thought was interesting they noted was there'll be a lighter and a heavier option for log press. So now one thing I'll say about that is I hope that any amount of reps on the heavy option trumps light option.
yeah.
I hate
just-
what curious what you guys think about it, but I hate the point system, like where you can do. I think it's kind of skewed a lot of the times. I think if you're pressing, like say, super heavies are a 330 and a 290.
Right.
I think anyone that gets the 330 should automatically beat anyone who does not achieve a rep at 330 because
Yeah.
they would have zeroed it.
Yeah, like a Trump log.
It's for reps. I'm confused on what.
Yeah, so there'll be two logs.
Mhm.
And there'll be a lighter and a heavier option. So say 300 and a 260. And you'll be able to choose which log you use. But obviously the one that's heavier will have a higher point value.
Oh, okay. So it's
So like
not who does. Okay.
yeah, so like a lot of shows do like they'll do like a pressing with a heavier and a lighter implement, and like it'll be like the heavier one's worth 3 points for every rep you get, and the lighter one's worth one. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, so they're
something
betting you
like
can do
that.
more reps to
Mhm.
win.
Yeah, to like
Okay.
cancel it out. Like
No,
yeah,
I'll do the heavier
I'm
one.
just
I don't like it. I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
like it
honest.
either.
I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
like it.
yeah.
Get rid of the light option. That's my opinion, but
I'm curious what they're
I don't
gonna.
like it.
I'm curious what the like how different heavier to light is gonna be.
Yeah,
Maybe like
it's
20
nationals.
pounds or
That's my
60?
opinion. Just make it heavy.
Yeah, I agree. I
Hmm.
I see a lot. I don't know if you guys saw it this week. I don't know if you know who he is, Papa Don, but Sean Shoemaker, one of the best. He's one of the best 105s in the
Okay.
world, and one of the best deadlifters in the
It's a
world.
great post.
Great post. And
Yep.
I think this is a really interesting topic to dive into real quick. But he said about shows having so many people zero overheads, but you very rarely see a show where people zero a deadlift. And why is that?
Too
I
low.
thought that was a
Yeah.
really interesting point because I find that to be very, very true.
So his question is: should the presses be lighter, or should the deadlifts be heavier?
Deadlifts be heavier.
I
Agreed.
agree.
I
I
agree.
agree.
Because deadlifts take too long anyways. I mean, you're
Yep.
gonna start so low and then you're just wasting more time by starting so low. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
strong, man. I mean, as a good deadlifter, like that's where I make my money at too. I
Yeah.
think a lot of us do is like it's frustrating because I've been to so many shows where I've gotten 20 plus reps
Mm-hmm.
on a dead. Like I've been in the teens every time, and it's like then another guy gets one. I wish it was heavier and we got the benefit of having more zeros on a deadlift because I think pressers in strongman benefit a lot because there's a lot more zeros.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean, you look at the Arnold for my class, there's 22 guys in the class, 12 zeroed the overhead press. But no
Jeez.
one zeroed.
Yeah.
No one's gonna not be able to pick up the farmer's deadlift. Like everyone
Yeah.
was very easily able to pick that up. So I just thought that was a like great
Yep.
deserved round of applause post this week. Yeah, I encourage everyone to go check it out and like he asked for comments on it. So I
Oh
agree.
yeah.
Strongman should be heavier. I just noticed for a long time there seems to be a disconnect with setting weights for deadlifts from promoters. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we all come from powerlifting and we're better deadlifters than we are other lifts. But
Yeah.
having a lightweight strongman do like 335 for reps, it's like, God, that just sucks to have.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the one weird thing. Like for open heavy, yeah, I remember doing a show. It was Derek's actually a few years ago. They started the deadlift so low, and it was just the heavies, and I was like this is taking too long. Like I was literally just telling him just dude, I was just giving him this. I'm like, I don't want to go in at 555. I'm not going to start there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Right.
big boys. There should be
Yeah.
like a mark, like a goal you have to start at to be in the heavyweights to deadlift, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it's throwing some shots out there, but
Oh no, 100%. I think this is the third week in a row this story has just come up organically in my brain. But I always tell the story about our first ever show that I ran, and it was unlimited attempts on the deadlift, and someone jumped in extremely early and took over 20 jumps on the deadlift because they were a woman competitor. They had the best deadlift there. It was only 10-pound jumps, and they chose to take every single jump. And it literally slowed our show down by an hour and a half.
That's crazy.
And it's like, so I always use that example. I think
I do agree with unlimited attempts, but
yeah,
if you raise the weight, it kind of balances back out.
Yes, 100%. And it was a cool thing. Curious your guys' thoughts on it. Tommy Lavelle, he was talking about making it's not a standardization, but it's like a suggested weight matrix for like each class for a strongman show for like each event. So it's like it's not exact. It's not like okay, you have to do a 500 deadlift for this class, but it's like if you have an 80-kilo guy, their weight range for reps on a deadlift should be between 495 and 535 on a straight bar, and like having like a recommended like outline for promoters to kind of go by because I think a lot of promoters only know what weights are applicable for their weight class or the class that they're used to seeing and following. Like if a super heavyweight runs a show, he's going to know the super heavyweights really well. But does he know the lightweight open women?
Right.
You know, does he know what's applicable to them? Maybe he doesn't have a couple lightweight women around him. I just thought that was an interesting kind of idea from him. Like it's not saying you have to have it at 500, but here's this 60-pound kind of range where we feel like it should be.
Sure.
And like pulling all the data from like Iron Podium. And it's like, okay, at this show, they got really high reps. So that's going to be too light. And like literally just using like a formula, stuff that's way too smart for me.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like, yeah. I thought that was a really cool idea. But
I wanted to throw out there real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you're
there.
good.
There is. I actually think I watched that podcast. So I did a little research on my own. I guess tying into world records, there is one that I'm trying to get in the works, but to get it organized is tough. The tandem deadlift world record. And my partner I was speaking with is Jesus. He's in powerlifting, but he's a monster. But we've been chatting back and forth. Yep. If we can somehow get that in the works, and that would be
really, really cool.
Really want to break that. Yeah. We had some talks with some people. They want to make it like a big show to break a bunch of records like bench, the tandem we're just it's in the talks right now, but
that's cool.
That would be awesome to get
whenever, that. Let us know.
What do you know what the current record is?
It's still Eddie Hall and Mark Felix. Shit. Oh man, hold on. You just Google it and it just pops up right away.
Dave Bowie and I did 1060 in the YMCA thing. That's our state record. I'm claiming it right now.
Tandem deadlift. There we go.
Dante, you're not much of a Jamie from Joe Rogan. You're supposed to be looking this show up.
Listen, he brought out the phone faster than I got to the keyboard.
What is it?
850 kilos.
850 kilos.
So
what's that
for a dumb American?
I got it. 1,873 pounds.
There you go.
1873.
So, and I was telling Jesus, I was like, let's go for 2. He was like, if it's there, let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be high. So what bar did they use a mammoth bar or did they use a standard?
There's a mammoth bar.
Okay, so a mammoth bar helps you a little bit, and I think you need it because
me and him could not fit in a regular bar.
Well,
that dude's wider than me.
The guys that are going to be doing it are going to be big, and just is a mammoth bar, is the sleeve longer on it?
Yes,
the Olympic sleeve. So because you got to think, I mean, you use calibrated plates, but dude, you're still going to run out of. 2,000 pounds on a barbell would just look so damn awesome.
Yeah.
That would look really cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. Yeah. But I guess we got off track, but
sorry.
No, events real quick. So we took sandbag toss, log presser reps, and then the last one on day 1, it says stone event TBA. So it doesn't say what the stone event's gonna be. I'm saying it's gonna be the shoulder.
Yeah, I think so too.
I have no idea. That's just me.
Based off the regionals, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Our regionals has it.
Southeast
has it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I don't know, but I don't know if they'll have tacky because you have 400 plus athletes in like a nice convention center.
Yeah.
It seems like a recipe.
Tacky towels don't sound crazy.
Tacky towels, I guess.
Stone load events also seem to be like a finisher on shows too, so that's why I don't think that would be a day 1 event. But
that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And then you go to day 2. We talked about max strap bar deadlift. That's first. I think that's a really unique, interesting one. Yoke to wheelbarrow race. So if you're a competitor, these next two are the ones that are the pain in the dicks to set up and train for.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Yoke to
Papa
wheel.
Don to do. I need Papa Don to do the TikTok dance after he does the yoke and then do the wheelbarrow.
Just
Like, you know what I
sacrifice my
mean?
time. Yeah.
Like just
Oh, you mean in training? In training. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No, do it at the
Maybe
show. Fuck it.
yeah,
And at
during
the
the show.
and at the show. That's what I need.
And the last one is power stairs, which
Okay, so that makes
pain in
sense.
the dick to set up if your gym doesn't have power stairs.
Mhm.
We have a wheelbarrow, luckily. But yeah,
It's probably going to be like one of those wheelbarrows that actually look like wheelbarrows, with like the single pivot for the
yeah.
plate loads.
So yeah, I don't know if you ever saw Papa Don, but 2021 Nationals, they use wheelbarrows. There's a wheelbarrow deadlift and a wheelbarrow race.
Right.
And we bought the official wheelbarrow that they use to train on. And at Nationals, they got fucking battered.
Destroyed. Yeah.
Battered. Like they were not able to handle that volume. Like the weight trees that held, like there was like 6 weight trees on it. They were looking this way. They were ripped off. Like
They had to put ratchet straps on
they
to
had to
hold
put
them
ratchet
together.
straps to hold the weights on. Yeah.
We actually got one from I think was it Titan Fit, that company.
Oh yeah.
But that one got destroyed within like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not
I can imagine.
It's not
Yeah.
high weight rated. Ours is in perfect shape, but we don't use it that much.
I'm hoping it's at least similar
Yeah.
because it kind of sucks.
I hope it's by the same guy.
I'm hoping it's at least similar because it kind of sucks. Like you buy the wheelbarrow for nationals,
Yeah,
and then you use it that 1 year for nationals, and then it gets put in a corner and you never use it again.
Well, the reason Dante knows the reason why we bought it, and it wasn't cheap because it's a big ass wheelbarrow. You guys know it takes up a shit ton of space. I like the deadlift on it too. It's kind of like a car deadlift. It's pretty unique, but was because Strongman Corp kept saying to us and telling the athletes this wheelbarrow is not going away. They kept using that term. This wheelbarrow is not going away. So we were like, oh, we're gonna be competing in Strongman for a while. So we, bought it, and now it has gone away. So who knows? They're supposed to make a Viking press attachment for it, which I thought was interesting.
Sure.
But yeah,
they used that at Mammoth 1 year.
Yeah. That's where that guy's from. So that's how it all originated.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that in a show recently. It was a USS show, but they made a car deadlift that turned into a Viking press.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a little odd, but yeah. You couldn't adjust the height on the Viking press, so like you just were screwed if you're too tall. You had to like do a major unrack as a rep and then go.
Yeah. So Dante, I know you told me you don't like the events for you personally.
They're growing on me a little bit. I think I just wanted to see like a straight bar deadlift event.
Yeah.
Or like a deadlift bar.
Yeah, I've yet to see that in a big show.
I have so much 13-inch axle last year. Now
it's what we always talk about, right? Strongman goes in these waves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
13 sandbag toss like a couple years ago was huge, and it's making a resurgence. 13-inch deadlift last year was insane. Like every fucking show, 13-inch deadlift.
And you brought it back.
Yeah. And Viking press, I think last year was the year of the Viking press and the axle press. From everything I had, there wasn't much log in big shows, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God the sandbag press thing has died out.
Yeah.
I do not.
I want that to go away. And
that's in my opinion, it's kind of a dumb pressing event because you can't really like tell if people are locked out.
Right.
Yeah.
But Papa Don, what are some of your deadlift? What else are your kind of like favorite strongman events? Like if you had to pick a couple more, what would they be?
Any pressing. That's
really?
my power. Not my power, my strengths. What else? Pressing. I like yoke.
That's like the standard strongman right there. You got as stones in there. You're like you're hitting all the major ones.
The one I hate the most. Sorry, my dog's just going crazy. She wants to play. The one I hate the most is the Iron Cross. I had that at regionals last year. My goodness, that thing.
I've never had to do it.
That thing takes your soul, man. That thing sucked.
Worse than Husafel?
Worse.
I believe that.
Much worse. Because you rely on those arms, but really you need to get lower, but your arms just slide up and then you just rely on the arms and you're just leaning over walking.
I don't know if you saw when you went to the castle, but I was trying to explain to these guys. They have a Husafel there. that is the biggest Husafel I've ever seen in my life. And I wish I would have taken a picture of it. They had like 4 Husafels in a row, and they got progressively bigger. And it was literally a 5-foot Husafel. And I want a picture of it to show the world. But it was insane.
Wow.
But yeah, that's cool. So we may see you in nationals. We'll see. Hopefully you qualify for the Shaw Classic and also pull something insanely big in September. I'm really, really excited. It's starting. Seems like that lineup's coming together a little bit. Obviously, Jamal Browner is a huge name that I think a lot of people have been asking for in like strongman, because it's I'm rooting for you, Papa Don, but I also want Jamal Browner to pull something big. I hate the sumo doesn't count. Like I know he's so strong regardless. Like I want to pull something monstrous.
Yeah, I think Larry Wills is invited. There's a lot of invites they threw out that they still haven't replied back. I mean, it's tough to get a hold of those other big names. I mean, they got Jamal Browner. He's a big name. So yeah.
Well, man, we really appreciate your time. It's glad to finally talk to you and share your TikToks and Instagrams of the world. So
hell yeah.
Make sure you guys are following Papa Don, TikTok, Instagram, checking out his streams and everything. And man, we really, really appreciate your time on here.
Oh yeah, guys. Nice meeting y'all.
Yeah, thanks,
man. It was a pleasure, man.
Take it easy.
See ya.